And away we go. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to another episode of Watts World. If you don't know by now, it's the show about everything and nothing all at the same time. I just kind of happened, these kind of things just happen sometimes. But I'm glad you made it. Is it true that you can't put an outlet in an island in the kitchen anymore? Um, we still do it here in my area. If the home requires an island, or that the customer wants an island, uh, it would only make sense that we provide power or something in that island, for whatever it may be, just a standard outlet, to have a couple outlets if they wanted to plug in crock pots, any type of uh, cooking tools or anything like that. Matter of fact, this afternoon before we came in, that was the last thing we did. Is this We got this new builder that we're trying out, and he's about to build. He's going to start with three houses downtown, and they're all right beside each other. But yeah, we had to ride down there this afternoon, and they had all the footings dug. They had all the rebar and stuff laid in the foundation. And before they pour the concrete, we go in and we set a conduit with a 90 coming up from center mass of the island, and then that pipe shoots straight to the closest wall that's going to be near that island. And then whenever we wire up the home, we'll just take a piece of UF, which is rated for wet locations, underground stuff like that. We drop a piece of UF and bring it up, and that's how we get power inside the islands of homes. And it's easier and better to run conduits and stuff like that before you get started. Just makes it better. It gives you a chase way down in the foundation now, and as long as the foundation don't crack or none of that stuff, anything wrong with it, that conduit should last for a while. But yeah, electrical's tricky. It's one of those things. You have like a national NEC electrical code book, and they update it or refresh it like every 4 years. So I think right now we're running by the 2021 code here in my area, and I forget the exact mention or reference for like islands and stuff like that. But I don't think they require it in our area. But if the customer wants it and they ask for it, I mean, it's not a problem. We definitely can put it in. Hopefully that answered your question, Cheryl. I always have the extended version. The extended answer, the word salad answer, if you will. Mary Freeland, good to see you. Hope all is well. I was just rambling and talking away. Didn't even know or acknowledge that I was muted. But yeah, I could see that happening in electrical. This a lot of times the good idea fairy doesn't come, or they don't change something until something drastic happens. Um, like you said, somebody knocking a crock pot off and something happened, and it just depends, because state can alter or change up the code. They can't loosen it. I mean, they can make it a little stricter, but they can't loosen it for the most part, and it just depends. Um, Here in my area, I don't think the inspectors require an outlet in the island anymore. But if the customer wants one, if the customer is getting an island, we definitely will recommend, hey, let's go ahead and run you. Even if you don't want to do it now, let's go ahead and run you a conduit before they pour the foundation. That way, if you ever decide to add one in or anything, you've got a chase that makes it easy to pull through. That's like there was here a few years ago. There was a retirement building, I guess a retirement complex, and they had a bad fire there. Um, completely damaged the building. It was no saving it. It had to be tore down and rebuilt. But unfortunately, there was quite a few people that lost their lives here locally in the Marshall Square fire, and it was a pretty bad thing here locally, and that made the uh, people like your fire marshals, your code inspectors, different things like that want to have more security and safety precautions on certain things. Uh, make sure all the GFIs are working properly. Make sure you got all the proper voltage and proper breakers in a panel box. Because there's sometimes we'll go to a customer's house and I know it's inside their home. Ultimately they make that decision, but we'll go in and it's man, you got all different type of breakers. It's just a mix and match hodgepodge of pieces, and some breakers, some breakers are interchangeable. Um, it's always recommended to use the style of breaker and the brand of breaker that matches your panel or device. But there are some breakers that can be used either or. Like for the most part, what is it? Square D and Eaton, those breakers can be interchanged. If you've got like a Murray panel or a Siemens panel, most of the times those breakers can be interchanged in a residential setting. It can change like when you go into commercial, because a lot of commercial they have like bolt-in breakers. That way, just if anything happens or they have any type of fault, it just keeps that breaker and enclosure intact. Vicky, good to see you. Kim, welcome in. I hope all is well. Just kind of rambling about the electricities. Yes, a lot to think about, but I enjoy it though. Keeps you sharp, keeps you thinking. Saves a lot on electrotherapy. Those electrotherapy sessions can get pretty expensive. So being an electrician, you kind of save money on that by handling it yourself. So it has its perks. But if you got any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to ask away. Yeah, we had to do a. It wasn't. It wasn't my coworker's job, but we went this morning to assist and give a hand. Customer went and she had one of those saunas that kind of looked like almost like a big grow bag. She had one of those uh, in her garage, and she works out and does several things, but she was using that sauna. But ultimately, it ran its course. It served its purpose. You know, she got her money's worth out of it. But she went and purchased uh, an actual real sauna that sits outside. Um, had this shed and covering built for it. Got it placed in, and we went out and gave a couple of my other coworkers a hand. Got the line trenched from the house to the hot tub. Got it all hooked up and set up. Well, they did after we left. We got it trenched for them while they were doing some things inside. Got the wire in the ground for them, and then we had to skedaddle and go catch a few other calls. But yeah, that's what I was thinking when I first saw it. I thought it looked like a little hobbit house, you know, the little round hobbit door and everything. But yeah, it's a pretty cool unit. Um, we helped run the wire and everything for it, and we had to leave and go do some other jobs, other calls. But the other guys, they was able to get it all hooked up, set up, turned on for her. So now she's hot tub ready. 420 Wild Dragon, flame on, my friend. Good to see you. Did a few jobs today. That was the only video or short I posted. I thought it was pretty interesting. And then she bought one of those like metal style sheds, but she had it modified. After she bought it, she had her I don't know if it's somebody she hired or somebody in the family. They came out and kind of cut uh 2/3 out of the front off the front of the shed and reinforced it and framed it in. Put a little porch, little cover over the porch, and had it all enclosed so it's safe. It's out of the weather. But yeah, that was a pretty cool little setup. Pretty cool install. Tomorrow we got to go. This one house we've been working on for months. It's like no matter how much we get done or no matter how much we get out of there, they want to change some stuff or add some stuff or what they said was going to be in place wasn't in place. So now we got to change up and back up and regroup, you know. But we got the last few touches to go add on that Joker tomorrow. That'll be a relief to finally walk away from that project. Man, we usually try to get in there and knock them out smooth, fast, and efficient. But man, this one right here it was a remodel. Remodels can always have their levels of difficulty, even if it's not necessarily the work, just kind of dealing with certain customers and everybody's preference and flavor they like. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow we'll close that job out and I'll get a good final walkthrough. Show you the before and after. But yeah, it turned out to be a good project. Yeah, me neither. Shoot, I can put on some sweatpants, a sweatshirt, hose myself down, and go sit outside, and it'll be just like a sauna, I imagine, you know, with the humidity. But I don't get like paranoid or fidgety, but being like in a really hot, humid, muggy, confined area, yeah, I'm not really down with that, you know. I mean, I know there's uses for saunas. I've been in several of them myself, you know. I mean, they do have a purpose, but yeah, it's definitely not my cup of tea. I'd rather just go sit in the sun and sweat it out naturally, you know. Anthony Crouch, good to see you, sir. I hope all is well. Pat Evans, good to see you. We're back like we never left. It's deja vu. Feels like we were just here. At least you have plenty of work on what? Sparkies are always in demand, one job and don't want to do yourself. Oh, no doubt. Yes, there's definitely plenty of work, you know, and it's kind of a good thing because you want to have enough work where you can somewhat pick and choose your jobs. You know what I mean? Not necessarily just completely turn jobs down, but when you've got enough volume to kind of sort through, you can kind of see which ones you want to deal with, see which ones you want to pass on, Uh, and then it may be something that we just can't get to. It may be something fairly simple, fairly easy to do. We just can't get to it at the time. Because I think even now, of course, I don't work for myself. I work for a company, but the company I work for, I think we're at least about 2 or 3 weeks out on scheduling and projects. Even on service calls, I think we're booked up on service calls for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks out. Big projects and stuff like that, we're at least about 3 weeks out on closing some. And about the time we'll be closing these last few out, or should be about the time they have these new houses framed up and to a point where we can get in and wire them up. Sandy, good evening. Good to see you. I hope all is well. No, this was the first day in a few that we didn't have a thunderstorm. There was a couple days we had a few short thunderstorms, no rain, but man, it feels great out here tonight. I think it said it's supposed to get down to like 60. So yeah, it feels amazing out here right now. Definitely a lot cooler, getting down cooler than it's been the last few nights, which I don't mind at all. We had a sauna in Minnesota. You go in and jump in the snow afterwards for oh yeah. Yeah, definitely there's definitely I guess some science, some analytics and stuff behind it. It shows what it does. But yeah, like the sauna, then you do like a cold plunge. We used to do stuff like that when I played sports. We didn't have a sauna at our high school, but we had the tanks and the tubs that we would do the cold plunges and stuff like that in. But shoot, as hot as it gets here, summertime when I was playing football and sports, you go do those 2 a days in the summer. Shoot, you get all the sweat propulsion you need. The summertime here is just like a natural sauna, and we do our workouts, do all our training, go do our weightlifting, and then hit that cold plunge. Oh man, it was rough at first, but it definitely helped. Like recovery, repair, things like that. Maybe some aches, pains, whatever it may be. Eric, good to see you. Hope all is well. Oh yeah, I bet the deer are on the prowl here, being it's a lot cooler, no doubt. And Garvey, good to see you. I hope all is well. Mhm. Didn't really see anybody else live, so I just decided to press the button. Ooh, I bet. I bet. Oh man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. At least you got a good ecosystem. It sucks they coming up and eating your plants and your stuff like that, but mm, yeah, for the most part where I'm at, I usually don't have any deer that get into where my gardens are. I have the occasional bird or squirrel, or every now and then a rabbit will come up. I keep stuff pretty much contained for the most part. They can get into certain things, but I definitely make it a challenge. They ain't getting in there that easy. Flame on. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, bum 'em if you don't. which helps people sleep. Oh yeah, a cool spring or a cool summer evening. Oh man, I'll sleep like a baby. Only way I'll sleep harder than that is if it just comes a good downpour. Crack a couple windows and just man. Yeah, yeah, he's doing such a good job on the weeds. Out there at my mom's place, shoot, man, it don't matter. The middle of the night, as soon as the sun goes down, man, the deer they just come off through her property. I got her some stuff. I took some stuff out there. I planted and different herbs, tomatoes, peppers, and stuff like that. A lot of them. She's got like a she's got like two front porches. Really, it's like the one main front porch that's got the cover over it, and then my her husband built an extension onto the deck, which is I don't know, it's pretty good size. It's at least I don't know 10 by 15 maybe. In addition onto that deck, so I took a bunch of most all our vegetables and stuff like that. I got in pots and stuff up on the deck. So she hadn't had no problems with the squirrels or the birds or anything, and the deer they ain't getting up on the deck, so it kind of eliminates that. But yeah, if I was to have them in the ground or down on the ground, they would definitely have to have some type of fence or structure around it because those deer they come through there every night. That's like their main little track. I wish I can get it, but they just don't let me grow it. They frown upon it for some reason. I can grow everything from artichokes to zucchini, but unfortunately, when you want to grow a little weedini, they got to put you away like Houdini. They don't like it. And of course, like most things, I've did a lot of research, on growing cannabis, growing weed, stuff like that. I know here in my area it would do well. Um, Even for like outdoor grows, I think it would do pretty well with the humidity and everything like that. But yeah, unfortunately, they still frown upon it. Still frowned upon here on the GA. We got a lot of things, but unfortunately, we just don't have that yet. Oh, no doubt. Oh, don't think it hasn't crossed my mind. But I raise enough hell and talk enough crap outside of this internet extravaganza. So I said, no, that'll just be one more reason for him to come after me right now. But matter of fact, I even got I hadn't took it out the box or took it out the took it out or anything yet since I got it like last year or the year before last. It was this one guy that grows bud and like most channels, he gives his whole experience. He walks you through what he knows, what works well for him, and anytime he uses a product or anything like that, even if it's not something that he uses for the long run, he always posts like a link or something so you can follow it up, see how much it costs. But he had a tent, like a grow tent that's got like the reflective everything in it, and got the different openings where you could run out like circulation fans or whatever it may be. I didn't get the exact one he got, but I got one similar. And I said, heck, if nothing else, I could use it to start certain vegetables and stuff inside, or if the event I start doing other things, any type we get a frost or something, I could bring it in. But yeah, I just bought it. Didn't really need it, just bought it and said, well, things ever shift and they ever pull the plug, at least I got bunch of the basics, bunch of the basic material, you know. Oh, it'd be like a man. Shoot, it'd be like a goat, you know. You know how goats like to munch on everything. Now I don't know if they do or they don't, but I don't know. Anthony's saying yeah. Oh, me and the deer would be fighting. You can have my tomatoes, you can have my cucumbers. Don't be messing with my edibles, you know. You'll know which one did it. He'll be out just prancing around like he's a different animal, you know. He'll be prancing around like a sheep, start acting like an entirely different species. what ty- what type of wild deer escapades is going on down there in Florida? Man, shoot, well, it didn't jump through the window, but that happened to a buddy of mine one time. The deer and stuff, man, they would just come up through his backyard and he didn't have no fence or nothing around that part of his yard. The front property's fenced around, but yeah, man, they would run right on the back porch, come up, and I guess the glass being so clear or clean, they don't really acknowledge it or see it, and yeah, just walk right into the door. Bloom. It could happen, but yeah, it'd have to be like something pretty bad after him, I imagine. Oh man, I can imagine. Buckeye Bob, good to see you, sir. I hope all is well. Miss Bunny, so far so good, you know. So far so good. The night's still young. We'll revisit it and rethink it in about an hour. See how we feel in about an hour. Yeah. You don't have very photogenic deer. They don't like the pictures. They don't like the photos. That's like trying to, well, not like being sneaky, but you out and about somewhere and you see something, you want to take a picture of it, and heck, you forget you done left your flash on, so you get all set up and everything, and boom, yeah, you done flashy thing to everybody within a 20-foot span. Now everybody's looking at you like, look at this idiot. Look at this idiot in broad daylight. I forgot to turn his flash on. Yeah, I don't think they jump away. They always jump into it, you know? They'll jump into your car, they'll jump through your window. I don't know. We have a lot of the deer population here is pretty thick. The deer don't get real big, but the biggest the biggest deer that I've ever seen here locally was while I was working out at Savannah River site. And I don't know if it was the radiation or whatever it was that was in the water that was causing stuff to become radioactive. But some of the deer out there were monsters. I've seen a deer hit a truck out there and total it out. I seen this one morning. I remember this dude. He had just got this brand new Dodge pickup. I didn't know him personally, but I knew he worked in the area we worked in. He was on a different crew. But yeah, one morning I was coming into work, got through the gate and everything, and once you get on site at Savannah River site, they've got their own police, they've got their own security, their own ambulance, they've got their own everything. So if anything happens on site, they've got their ambulances that come or their police that come. So I'm riding through the gate and getting ready to get off on my exit, and seen a bunch of lights. I said, "Oh damn, somebody done got in the wreck or something happened." And then got up to it, and I said, "Dang, that's so and so's truck." Man, the whole front of his brand new Dodge pickup was just rolled back, and he hit a wild hog, ran out and hit him. And man, that hog was huge, and it just rolled up his whole hood and everything. His brand new truck, it just rolled it up like it wasn't nothing to it. But yeah, the hogs out there were huge. The deer, even certain animals and insects. Like I seen some pretty weird bugs out there. Praying mantises. I think probably the biggest praying mantis I've ever seen. I seen out there at Savannah River site. We had like lunch rooms or craft shacks. But when it was lunchtime, you could go up there and sit down in the air conditioning and eat your food. But also on the job sites, we had like these cool down trailers and stuff you could go into, and they were pretty big. They could hold 15, 20 people. One day I went in there and was just sitting in there eating my lunch and came out fixing to smoke me a cigarette and sat down on the bench and I seen something out the corner of my eye. I was like, what the heck is that? And I looked, and it was the biggest praying mantis I ever seen. I said, wow, I ain't never seen nothing like it. That dude was looking at me like he was ready to go to war. Mm, it's crazy. 20 years. Mm, guess regions, different X factors, people building, expanding, pushing them in, pushing them out. But yeah, that's good. I mean, they definitely play a role in everything. They definitely play a role in the cycle of life, the ecosystem. I guess everything has a role or it wouldn't be here. Everything has a purpose, as far as the natural world. Duplicates, clones, replicas, that's something different. But the stuff that's in the natural world, it all plays a purpose, a reason in some way or form. You ain't lying. Oh man. Dude, I seen a dude out there have a panic attack one day. He wasn't from around here, and something had done bit him and got a hold of him. Man, he was freaking out. He didn't know what done got. He thought he was done got poisoned. He thought he was going to, make a long story short, it wasn't nothing but a horsefly. Man, a horsefly got him, and man, his neck started swelling up. I said, "Damn, dude, yeah, you need to go on up there to the nurse." I ain't never seen nobody swell up from a horsefly, but yeah, he went up to the nurse. They sent him to the hospital, something like that. However, they found out, and it was like, yeah, it wasn't no bee, wasn't none of that, no spider. It was just a horsefly. I said, "Damn, dude, you ain't but 120 pounds soaking wet. Hell, a cardinal hits you a little bit sideways, it might knock you back a step." Yeah, it looked like Mike Tyson had done started punching him in the neck. I said, "Yeah, I ain't no expert, but that ain't right. You're not supposed to be having an extra growth out of your neck for a horsefly." But just in general, I don't know. The mosquitoes seem like they doubled in size since last year. I started seeing them within the last week. I guess all those showers and stuff that we had kind of gave them that little boost they needed to go ahead and crack on through. Yeah, then I was reading an article about the alleged, what was it? The alleged 23 million Google mosquitoes. I think that's what they said, 23 million Google mosquitoes. And I said, yeah, that sounds about right. You know, why the hell is Google even releasing mosquitoes? I mean, at that point, it just leads your mind to this consider there's nothing but nefarious purposes. What is a tech or an information entity corporation doing with alleged mosquitoes? shoot, even myself, I don't really like to do a lot of night driving. I can, but people are idiots, and then some of them starter headlights, man, they're about blind you to death. I guess I don't know. I look at lights and all those a lot of different lights and stuff during the day doing electrical, so I'm not sure really trying to deal with a lot of extra at nighttime. Yeah, it was like millions, like 23 million or something like that, which made sense, 23 and me. They had to release the 23 and millions. Control, control, manipulation, uh, distraction, pretty much anything that you could think of or we could think of, you could plug in there and it would probably be a reasonable or justified answer from us, not justified from their duplicitous and evil perspective, but, you know, a reasonable justification that we could come up with. It's whatever you want. Texas and Texas Tech showdown between the women, round two. How about that? Who will be the top Texas team? I don't think they want us eating in general. You must eat the bugs. You got to eat the bugs. Yeah. The SRS facility here is like our Texas. Everything at SRS is bigger. Even the stuff that ain't supposed to be bigger, you know? I mean, you don't know what the heck. I mean, it'll just blow your mind some of the things that I've seen out there. And then even like last year, I think it was like last year, the tail end of last year, it made national news again when they found the radioactive killer hornets. I know that made the national syndicate last year. They said they got rid of them, but I don't believe that because this ain't something that just happened. This is things that's been going on for like years and generations of people working out there. You know what I mean? Because Savannah River site, I think it's what 310 or 320 square miles. So I mean that's a pretty good facility. You can once you get in there, depending on what area you're in, you'll be riding for a minute. Um, SRS is Savannah River Nuclear Site, and it is a nuclear facility that they have in Jackson, South Carolina. It's right across it's on the Savannah River, but on the South Carolina side. It's probably about mm, 25, 30 minutes from me. See, Garrett, I appreciate your real news, but then you always come with like 1% of fake news. Why would you say the fake news? Wildlife, I don't think Georgia men will win the national championship this year, even though they're the SEC champions. Garrett, do you even understand the minimal odds that are stacked against everyone else right now? Do you even take that into consideration? The dominance of the Diamond Dogs? I don't anything can happen though. They gotta play they gotta play Mississippi. Mississippi State, the other Bulldogs, the lesser of the known Bulldogs. Georgia's got to play Mississippi State this weekend in a best of three series. So that'll be interesting. You can't put it all on one game. You got to double dip them. But I'm definitely biased, but I think Georgia definitely got a shot. There you go. Garrett's just getting my blood flow and all my thoughts and everything lined up. It's like it's like a little appetizer before the main course. Yeah, anything but. They'll play this weekend in Athens, and if they win this weekend in Athens, they're headed to Omaha. But I mean, heck, it's pretty good for the conference, though. I mean, the Southeastern Conference, they've got uh, what, 7 or 8 teams that's still in the men's college baseball playoffs as SEC teams. So I mean, that's strong for the conference. And that's kind of how it is. A lot of times we beat up on each other throughout the season, and then we just some of them kind of fall apart at the end. You know, they've been going to war all season. Oh, we are the championship, Garrett. All roads lead to Athens. You didn't know that? It used to lead to Rome. All roads used to lead to Rome, but they changed it. They changed it after COVID. Now all roads lead to Athens. Athens, Georgia, Garrett. Oh, damn. Whose eyes are shape shifting? What the heck did I miss? Whose eyes shape shifted? We must know. We need confirmation and we need details. All bags of weed lead to being empty. Because the bottom of the bottle is always dry. No matter what you do, it's always dry at the bottom of the bottle. Yeah, I looked at the extended forecast. I guess all our rain and thunderstorms are done. It don't show anything. I don't think any chance the rest of this week till next week. Which that's about right, you know. We'll get it all at once, then we won't get none, then we'll get it all at once again. It's like getting paid every it's like getting paid every month, you know. You don't get a whole lot of action in between, but on the first of the month you got a couple power plays you can make. You're really good at fibbing, Bonnie. But hey, mm, man. Oh, yesterday and the day went by pretty fast. I hope the rest of this week goes by just as smooth. I mean, heck, we're already at hump day. I'm already counting it as hump day. Go to sleep, wake up, it's hump day. Half the week's done already. What does that say? Wildlife. No, since Texas has Loretta, much one half almost to sports and early spring fall rose. See, there you go with that fake news again, Garrett. Dang, the audience don't like the fake news. Yeah, speaking of awful lot of, yeah, there does seem to be an awful lot of fireballs. I know they had the one that allegedly hit through South Carolina in my area the other day, and then you had I think over the weekend, I think you had one in New England. Uh, there was one in somewhere out west somewhere, and I want to say there was one Kansas, Kansas or Kentucky maybe. Interesting stuff. Don't make me time you out, Garrett. Boston, that's what it was. Boston. Yeah, there was one in over in Boston area this weekend. I seen a couple of the clips that said that it was from the one in Boston. That one was pretty interesting. It almost kind of, I don't know, it had like a weird angle, a weird trajectory. And then I forget the analyst, whatever the news analyst or whatever, he told uh, the sound distribution output. He told how loud it was. He said it was like comparison to however much dynamite or something going off. I mean, it was a crazy number, you know. And then he was talking about the sound waves and all that, of just how far out something like that traveled. But I don't know. It's interesting, you know, especially with today's age on certain things. You know, especially with everybody's. A lot of people have like the Ring cameras or doorbells or lights. Everybody's got a cell phone. It's so much easier to capture something, whatever it may be. I don't know if it's just getting uh, polarized or publicized more, or it's actually just something that seems to be happening more often. I don't know. It's like the one movie that came out a few years ago. What was it called? Um, Don't Look Up. I don't want to spoil the movie for anybody that didn't see it, but Don't Look Up was something similar to that. I started watching it. I didn't finish watching the whole thing, but I think the gist of it was like some comet or some asteroid or something was supposed to be going parallel to Earth or doing some type of path, and I think some of the pieces or some of the debris started hitting Earth. No, 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 no. That wasn't. No, that wasn't that movie. I'm sorry. I'm telling a totally different movie. The movie that I'm describing, that was Greenland. That's how Greenland started. Where it was like different meteors or whatever it was started crashing and hitting Earth. That's how the movie Greenland started out. But Don't Look Up was similar though. There have been four over the U.S. in just a few days. Meteors, some going 48,000 miles per hour, blowing up. That was Kitson, I think. Huh. One was 31 kilo. Wow. And uh, who knows how many could be like in the middle of an ocean or in the middle something like that, you know? I mean, you've got, I imagine the satellite and radar capabilities to track something like that. Once it's, I don't know, of a certain mass or a certain speed, either or, something like that would definitely pop up. You know, they wouldn't put it on the news or anything like that, but I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. As big as the Earth is, you know, the odds of it only hitting in those few spots would be pretty slim. It's down to the re-rolls tonight, maybe pre-rolls. Oh, Garrett's having his moment. Garrett's riding high on the hog right now, y'all. We are approaching the torrid meteor stream across the stream 2 times a year, and it's very unpredictable. Huh? Could be. I think like the most intense and longest duration of like I don't know, meteors, shooting stars, whatever it might have been. When I was a kid, it was like mid 90s. I forget what it was, but they said it was on the news. They said that you could go out and see it, and everything was perfect, no clouds, everything. And me and my mom was sitting outside. Um, my sisters, they was still babies then. They was inside. They didn't know nothing about it, but we was sitting outside and we saw a couple, and then she was like, "All right, well, I'm going inside." And I sat out there and I said, "Shoot, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if anything else happened." And man, probably about 20 minutes later or so, man, it's like the floodgates open, and there was a shooting star here, there, there. Man, that was pretty cool. That was the most intense one I've seen, and I don't know what that was in relation to. It was, let's see, maybe 94, 94, 95, the summer of 94 or 95. I can't remember the year. One of those 2 years. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was like a couple day span. That one day was the most. There was a bunch of them, and then like the next couple days, you could see like a few every couple minutes. But yeah, wasn't no lights or nothing where we lived out in the country. Shoot, see everything. Good question. Good question. Probably do need a safe word. What could it be? You don't want to be too safe. You don't want to be too safe on a. Oh, re-rolls. Okay, the Roach re-rolls. I got you. I saw it in '94. Could be in '94. I can't remember if it was '94 or '95. I was just a kid either way, but yeah, that was probably the most intense. There you go. Let it be so. At any point in tonight's broadcast, you feel any form of discomfort, displeasure, irritability, irregularity, meat sweats, cold sweats, any type of overwhelming or underwhelming sensation that you just can't describe, cheers up. Tonight's safe word is margarita. Cha 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 cha. There you go. You do the spelling. You do the spelling on the margarita. Whether I've had a margarita spelling. Yeah. 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 Still meeting Jerry at the Texaco. Don't even think his real name is Jerry. There you go. It's 5 o'clock in Margaritaville. That's what they say. Oh snap! What's Garrett got going on? See what I mean? See how it does? We all just feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more aware, more conscience. It's just it's amazing how that type works. I got lost in the sauce somewhere. It was too far back there. The more I went, the deeper I was getting. But there you go. There you go. Dependability and on time. You know, some of them times at one point it was like, man, whatever time they told you, you had to like double it and triple it. They told you 30 minutes. Oh, you already knew that was going to be like a good hour and a half. You might as well make you something to eat, sit down and start watching some TV or something. Just forget about it. 30 minutes, shoot. Before you know it, yeah, 2 hours done rolled away. 2 hours done rolled by. Hey, but nah, Garrett, Florida, they got a lot of they've had national championships. I think it was what 2006 or seven and eight. They won back to back football championships. And one year they won the national championship in football and basketball. I think that was 2008. Hey, the quarterback then, Tim Tebow. He's an Augusta, Georgia affiliate now. He's the co-owner of the new minor league hockey team that's coming back to Augusta. And they kept the original name that they had years ago. It's the Augusta Lynx. Mm. Searching for my lost sacred soul. Kind of feel like that. I kind of feel like a Margaritaville, you know. I've got all the aspects, you know, shoeless, just no margarita. Mm. Good question. The world must know. Jerry, good to see you. No, everything goes right. I plan on being down in the beach in a few weeks. I'm ready for it. I don't know if the beach is ready for me, but we shall see. Might ride down to Savannah for the weekend. Summertime or late spring in Savannah, there's always something to get into, something to see, something going on. By this time June hits, oh man, yeah, the water's it's not as warm as it's gonna get, but it's warm enough, you know. It is warm enough. Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't realize how big he is till you see him in person, dude. He's solid. Damon, good to see you. I hope all is well. Happy Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Hmm. I didn't have no tacos, but I made a homemade chicken Philly. That was pretty tasty. That was pretty good. I said, dang, I need to do this more often. I might do that as a meal prep. Just prep up a bunch of chicken, onions, and peppers and make Philly cheeses with them or make fajita wraps, you know. Take a little bit, put it to the side, put some fajita seasoning on it. Make you some tasty fajita wraps. Can't go wrong with that. Eesh. Yeah, you don't want that on your conscience, bro. You definitely don't want to be that guy. You know, somebody could be that guy, but you don't want to be that guy. You know, you done got your nice little backpack, snack pack. You know, you pull up at the beach. Yeah, you don't want that to happen, bro. You don't want to be the reason the beach got shut down. But yeah, I had me some chicken thighs, and I just took the skin off, cut the bones out, just put a couple different seasonings and blends I had on it, and just let them marinate and percolate. Yeah, wanted to fire the grill up, but I didn't feel like it, so I just did the inside thing. But it turned out pretty good. Shoot, yeah. That and some of the old frozen tater tots that hit the spot. I usually like to make my own fries, but I get a bag of tater tots every now and then. Terry King, good to see you. I hope all is well. I did the toes in the water and the butt on the sand at Cocoa Beach last week. Wow, that's awesome. I hope you had a wonderful time. Wonderful time down there. Hopefully the weather held off for you and you was able to enjoy the sights and the scenery. Yeah, but that close enough. Don't blame you. Sometimes it is close enough. Check you out. You got the 250 mouse ears. How about that? I even noticed like I don't know, even like certain places like the gas station, they had a whole displays of like 250 style merch, you know? I said, damn, even the gas stations is getting in on it. They had the crazy tall like Uncle Sam style hats, glasses, all different type of things, stickers. Yeah, that's the thing about Florida this time of year. You may get a little piece of rain every day. It might not rain you out, but you're gonna see something. Yeah, it was nice here today. I don't know what we got up to. Maybe the mid to upper 80s, but it was nice. Still pretty humid though, but that's to be expected this time of the year. I think now we're officially in the season. We're officially in the storm season, so those type of things going to start shifting and changing. Hopefully, it stays pretty quiet, but just don't know. You never know with these things. Oh man, you hit the quadfecta. You did the Disney World, the Sea World, the Universal, and the Cocoa Beach. Man, yeah, my coworker that's from Florida, he's from down there, right out from Cocoa Beach or right outside of Cocoa Beach somewhere. One of those little towns or cities. I forget the specific one. I think it's near Cocoa Beach because I think that's like the main beach that he grew up on. Shoot, yeah. Was it packed? Was there a lot of people at these different places? I bet Disney World. I mean, even now, I bet Disney World they're probably still pulling a decent crowd. I wouldn't mind checking out Universal Studios and SeaWorld, but imagine even something like that, they still draw in a pretty good crowd. Phillipsburg, New Jersey was nasty too. Just ugh. That's not nature. That's sewer pickles. Damn. It's not the sewer pickles. Mm, dang. Oh, I bet. Yeah, I bet. Oh, the aquariums. Yeah, yeah. I enjoy a good aquarium myself. If anybody ever gets the chance, go check out the Georgia Aquarium. I forget the exact stats and specifics, but it's I want to say it's one of the biggest in the world and one of the biggest in the United States. The Georgia Aquarium. It's pretty cool. It's massive. I think at one time they had like five whale sharks in there. I think unfortunately, I think down they're down to like maybe two of them. But it's pretty cool, pretty massive. They do dolphin shows, all different type of things. They have the I don't know if it's all day or during like certain times. They have the men and women they'll put on like the mermaid tail and they'll swim around in the tank and it looks like a mermaid's in there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can spend all day in there walking around. Somewhere in time, good to see you. I hope all is well. Visited Jacksonville and St. Augustine last summer. May was hot. Oh, I bet. Yeah, I've been out in Jacksonville a few summers. Man, it was almost like being here. It was muggy. I shit you not. I shit you not. Mm. Yeah, I know. They just did make the cut. You know, I think if it was a 1 degree shorter or if it was a little bit hotter that day, I don't think they would have made the cut. But they just did make the cut. Second largest aquarium. How about that? Yeah, you can't be out. You can't be out aquarium Disney. You know, who do you think you are? The leafy seahorse. Interesting. Seahorse in general is just a interesting creature itself. I think I've seen the one you're talking about with all the different frills and everything hanging off of it. Yeah, that's a pretty interesting creature. Okay. Fiddler crab? Fiddler crabs, anyone? That reminds me. I remember the last time I went to the Chinese buffet. They have these I don't know. I guess they don't do regular crab legs no more. They have like these little tiny looking. I don't know what type of crabs they are. Man, they're small as heck, and they like cut them in half and like fry them. And man, people would just get platefuls of them things. And I'm thinking, what are you even eating? You know, it's just you're just eating shell at that point. Things are so small. I don't even know what you call those type of crabs. Yeah, people they'll sit and will just stand there and wait for them to drop a fresh batch. You know, just to get a plate full of fried crab shell. There's your video of the day, Gilligan's Island theme, but it's dark metal version. Make sure you go check it out. Yeah, the hammerhead shark. Yeah, that's an interesting looking creature. That is an interesting looking creature. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been up to the Georgia Aquarium. It's been over a decade since I've been there, but for what it's worth, it's pretty cool. And then you can get They got like different packages. Like you can buy tickets just to go to the aquarium, or you could buy you could do like a bundles on different things because there's a lot of different events, different things around there. It's right across the street from the World of Coke. You can get the pass where you can go in the aquarium in there, or just a couple different things. They got the college football Hall of Fame up there. I still ain't been in there. I'm gonna check that out eventually. But yeah, that's a pretty cool experience. Got a bunch of stuff up there in and around it now. I don't know what type of crabs they are. They're small. Like I don't know. Even my pinky, even my pinky finger's bigger than the biggest shell on there. But yeah, they get them, and man, it's just yeah, they just sit there look like they just chewing on shell. I don't know how much actual crab meat they get out of there, but no, I got one time just to try it when I first went up there. But I was like, man, heck no, there ain't enough meat on this thing for me to even be attempting to fight with it. Nah, just get everything else that's not in the shell. You know, I know it's a buffet, but I'm not trying to do more work than I have to. Oh yeah, same here. Good shrimp cooked properly. Yeah, I could tear them up. I could probably eat my weight in them. Had the pleasure to see Detroit Michigan Aquarium last summer, July 4th weekend, going to the Manic Island where Somewhere in Time was filmed 1979, Christopher Reeves and Jan Seymour. Huh, how about that? Shout out to Somewhere in Time, you know? Somewhere in Time. We are there. But like I said, it's got to be good shrimp and they got to be cooked right because I've seen people ruin a perfectly good batch of shrimp, overdo it. And at that point, it's just like eating a shrimp flavored pencil eraser. Nobody wants that. There's no demand for shrimp flavored pencil erasers that I know. Well, it might be, I take that back. That probably could be a thing. Maybe the people that used to eat glue, if, want some form of nostalgia in the form of a shrimp flavored pencil eraser. See, you finally got it. Well done, young grasshopper. Well done. Yeah, I know. I hated I went there, but yeah, I guess you could say that. I suddenly do not want any shrimp. I talked myself out of the shrimp. That's how good the description was. I think I may be shrimp toast intolerant. Oh yeah, I love a good scallop, but yeah, they can ruin them. Definitely ruin them. Even if you got a good fresh one to start with, yeah, you could ruin it. There you go. Let the Long John do the fishing for you. Man, we used to have a Long John Silver's here years ago. Never went there, and it was weird because it was a Long John Silver's, and it wasn't directly across the street. It was probably, I don't know, offset by two businesses, but they were pretty much right across from each other. It was Long John Silver's and Captain D's, and I said, man, they just battling it out. I went to, heck, it's been years. It's been over a decade easily since the last time I even had a Captain D's, but never tried the Long John. I think that was the only one we had in the area, and I forget when it closed down. It closed down probably, I don't know, probably a decade ago. It closed down, They closed down the Long John Silver's. It sat empty for a little while, and they put like a Chinese wing place in there, and that's what it's been ever since. Prepper 101, good to see you. I hope all is well. I remember as a kid, we used to have I don't know, I'd have to ask my mom. I don't know if they were just friends of the family or somebody they knew, or we was some kin to them, or whatever it was. We used to go down there like Beaufort, South Carolina, like down in the Low Country, and the people's house that we used to go to, they had their own boat. They do the shrimping, they do crabbing, and man, I remember every time we went down there, man, it was a feast. It was always a good time. They was sitting around playing music. Man, it was just as much fresh seafood as you could handle. All good stuff, cooked all different type of ways. Oh man, I'm gonna have to ask my mom about them people. That's been so long ago now. But yeah, man, we used to go down there and they used to throw down. They would throw down. They had everything. They had everything. Food, music. Of course, I was a kid, so I wasn't drinking, but drinks, food. Shoot, they sit out there and play music and cut the shit all night. Me and then my sisters and whatever else kids was there. Shit, we'd all at this point we'd be inside somewhere watching TV or passed out. It was a whole day affair from sun up to sundown. There you go. I had me one the other day. Wasn't too bad actually. I didn't cook it, but yeah, to have somebody else cook it, they did pretty good. Compliments to the chef. Let's see what I miss here. Bullfrog spearfishing at 2 a.m. There you go. I can't remember exactly where it was at. It wasn't too far from here, but it's been some years back. We had this electrical call to come do some things at this particular property. Um, I don't know exactly the whole story on it. I think it was I don't know the guy that had it. I don't know the story behind it anyway. But the things we had to do were inside. But we were walking through the backyard, and I said, "Man, that pool, that is a massive pool." But it needed to be cleaned out. Man, the water was so green. And I went and looked in the pool, and man, it probably wasn't thousands, but it just seemed like there was thousands of bullfrogs in there. I mean, them things were huge. And I guess just nobody keeping up with the pool, whatever, however they got in there. And that whole pool was just filled up with them. I said, man, if you had a frog phobia and you mess around and fall in that thing, you would freak out. I mean, it was just nothing but bullfrogs in there. Meat Puppet, greetings, sir. Hope all is well. Where you trucking from this evening? Where you at in America? I know. I'll pass. What you got going on, Cheryl? Who likes tongue? I never tried. No, Y'all ain't tricking to get me to talk about food like that. Now I see why Blue says she'll pass. Oh, that's funny. Get you a cow tongue burger. Oh man. Let's see here. All right. The link should be in chat, should be pinned. Feel free. Feel free. Come one, come all. Who knows what may or may not happen. Come on, cat. Get you some fresh simmered tongue and some onions, you know? Get you going. Get you going. Yeah. Just keep it on the red standby. Uh-oh. What's going on in the background here? Greetings, sir. Greetings.
Greetings to you, sir. How you been?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Pretty good for a Tuesday. Not too bad for a Tuesday.
Right. And I don't think you saw my comment, but I'm trucking over near Des Moines, Iowa.
Nice. Iowa.
Got
How about that?
Yeah, and by end of the day tomorrow, I'll be down in Texas.
Man, what a haul.
Yep. Couldn't get as much done in driving today as I wanted to, mostly because my 14-hour clock. I had to drive for my 5 hours from my previous pickup point to my the place I left an hour and a half or so ago. So, a bunch of driving tomorrow, but not nearly as much as I wanted to do today.
So what do y'all have? What do you have? 14 hours, and it's pretty much hour as far as you can get in those 14 hours.
Basically, yeah. Essentially, how it works is when you start your clock, technically speaking, you can work up to 14 hours. You're only supposed to drive 11 hours. And depending on how your loading or unloading goes, sometimes your 14-hour clock gets ahead of your 11-hour clock. And then instead of having more time to drive, you end up with less time to drive, which is what happened to me today.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Each load or each trip's going to be a little different.
Yeah. Yep. Most of the time, the 14-hour clock is most of the time not a problem, but it is this time.
All right. Let's see what's going on here. 1 second. Bear with me. Fine, sir.
Yep. You're good, sir. I'm just out here playing in traffic with all the stupid people.
Greetings. Welcome to Watts World. How are you doing? Oh, okay. That was interesting.
Well, I mean, that's one way to put it. Yeah.
That's definitely one way to put it. Well,
not necessarily the wording I would have chosen, but it works.
I think I'm awake now. Well, that particular person won't be coming back.
Right.
I knew it was highly suspect from the get-go, but, try to give them at least one shot. I give them one shot.
Yep. And sometimes they don't take advantage of the shot, and sometimes they do what just happened.
think they tried to neutralize my medulla oblongata. You know, I think there was some
Yeah.
shifting trying,
Yeah,
but
apparently they just wanted to come up and be ignorant, I guess.
it happens. You know, it happens.
Quite a
Happens to
lot.
the worst of us and the best of us.
I'm surprised Bonnie hasn't been in here yet.
Uh,
But
oh, that was funny. Oh man, that was funny.
well, I can't look at the comments, so I'll take your word for it.
No, I mean just you know, just interactions, different things in general. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
you'll
humor
have.
in these type of things, regardless. It's a lot of humor.
No, you got to be able to laugh at. You can't take yourself too seriously. You got to be able to laugh at yourself, otherwise things get pretty boring pretty quick.
Corn, peas, and spinach have come up. Nice. Sounds like you got it going on. It was both. It was both. It was a computerized. I already figured it was going to be a bot because it was a computerized image of a woman. It looked like a blonde-haired woman, kind of like sitting at a laptop, just chilling. You know. So I already knew that looked highly sus.
Right.
From that type of just. It looked like it was kind of on a loop. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, it sounded like they were using one of those digital soundboard or something where you have a bunch of pre-programmed sounds or something, and they come
They
in and
love it.
try
Probably
try to
so. Probably some low grade Timu version that they sell in like Canadian. Probably like a Canadian Timu grade. You know, I think it's a different grade up there. You know, like I got some Timu audio, but it's like, heck, at least it worked. You know, at least you could tell what it was saying. Very
right.
random.
Well, I know, like the headset I'm talking on right now, it cost me. Well, this one I got on sale for $50, but the normal pricing is usually about 200. Most of the headsets I buy are usually about 150.
I'm running super low grade, bro. It's like as low grade as you can get. I'm still using the second generation Obama phone that I got when I was living in my mom's basement. And I'm just bootlegging off the Taco
Oh,
Bell
see,
Wi-Fi, and it works pretty good. So you know,
I
it's
thought you were going to
amazing
say
that
you
I
were still
made it this
running.
far.
I thought for a second you were going to say you're still running that Nokia 3310.
Oh shit! I wish I had a Nokia 3310. Shit, this is like a freaking no. This is like a bin. It's like a knockoff. They call it the Big Ben. You know?
Yeah, those 3310s are indestructible, and the battery life was crazy, crazy long battery life.
Yeah, they made it too good. They made it too perfect. You know, it's kind of like my second generation Obama phone. It's still kicking. The
Right.
3 presidents passed, dude, and it still got signal. It's amazing.
Well, that's like let's see, my the phone I had before I got the one I'm using now, my Galaxy 23 Ultra. I had that one for just over about 3.5 years before I got around to trading it in.
No doubt. Liam, it's good to see you, brother. I hope all is
And
well.
it was still in good shape. I probably could have got another year or two out of it, but I saw an opportunity to get the S26 Ultra and got a good deal on it. I ordered it directly from Samsung, so I don't have to worry about some random carrier trying to lock it down and make me wait 3 to 6 months to quote unquote unlock the
Is it
phone
cheaper
from the
going
network.
straight? Is it cheaper getting one straight from them versus a carrier? Or it depends.
No, it kind of depends because
I went to go inquire about a new phone, and the guy told me, he said it depends on the area where you buy it. He said the phone may be a different price in a different state or a different
yeah, I was gonna say it depends on where you live because you got to pay.
Yeah, the
It
tax
depends
on
on
it.
where you live because the taxes on it, but it also depends on the phone. Because, like, say for example, my S26 Ultra initially was I think $1,700. I waited a few months, and they ran a sale on Samsung's website, and so I got $400 for my old 23 Ultra, which was over 3 years old when I traded it in, and then got the 26 Ultra for about $1,300 roughly with shipping,
Yeah.
and I was able to get a color that uh, is not normally available in a 1 terabyte storage unless you get it directly from Samsung. If you go with like a normal, if you buy from one of the say carriers like AT&T or Verizon or
Yeah.
whoever else, they're the only 1 terabyte storage they have for the 26 Ultra is a black phone. In my case, since I bought from Samsung, I could choose from any color that they offered for that model and get it in a 1 terabyte. So I went with a white one and got the 1 terabyte because my 23 Ultra was their white color with the. But it was a carrier version, so it only had like 512 gigabytes of storage.
I got you. Yeah.
So I mean, depending on where it is, if you're in Texas, you might, only pay, just hypothetically, $1,000 for a phone, or up in Illinois, you might pay $1,400. It just depends.
Yeah, I ain't paying. Yeah, I ain't paying no $1,400 or $1,700 for a phone. They can
Right.
take
Well,
wrong.
like I said, it just depends on what kind of phone it is and where you buy it from. If you buy it secondhand from Facebook Marketplace or
Oh
Amazon
no,
or
no,
eBay or somewhere,
no.
you can get
Anytime I
a
buy a phone, it's always brand new. I mean, I know you can do it secondhand, but I'd
sure.
rather just do it brand new. So if something's wrong with it, I can send it back to them.
You
I
send it
can't
back
send it
for
back to the
warranty. No,
Facebook guy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so that's why most people just go with the carrier branded model
Some
rather
things I'll
than.
buy used in secondhand, but like a phone or something like that, no.
Now I get
TV
them. I'm with.
maybe, but no, phones
Yeah.
different.
Now with the phones and some other electronics, I'll go brand new just for the warranties. But most people like you don't want to spend $1,100, and normally I wouldn't either. Which is why typically before now I've gone with the carrier branded model. But when I saw they had a discount on the phone and I could get $400 trade in credit, and get almost $500 knocked off.
I wonder
Yeah,
what they do when
essentially
they. I wonder what they do when they trade it in. I wonder if they just
well,
break it down
what
for the
they
parts, or if they do anything more than that.
I don't know 100%, but most of the time what they'll do is they'll resell it as like a secondhand phone for people who don't are financially strapped and want to get a
Heck,
cheaper
I've seen
get
those
a
things
deal
at
on a
like
phone.
grocery stores for years, dude. Those little kiosks
Hmm.
where you put the phone in and it gives you a receipt, and you go up to the
Right.
then they give you cash. Now I don't know. I ain't never turned in no phone like that, but I mean, I guess it's got to give you
Yeah.
something. I don't know how
Yeah.
it
You
judges
turn
it.
it. They scan your phone and then they say, okay, we'll give you this much for the phone, and then someone comes and picks it up. They wipe all the phone to the factory settings and resell it as used
Yeah, I'd rather
to
if I was
people.
gonna do something like that, I'd
Uh,
rather deal with a person. Shoot, the machine
yeah.
might eat your phone. Then what you gonna do? You got a phone and you don't got no cash.
Right. Well, and that's what I do is I deal with. I'd rather deal with the people directly. Um, but most of the time, if you're trading a phone in, they wipe it and sell it as a used phone. So if somebody wants a phone but doesn't want to spend $1,000, they only
Yeah.
want to spend say $300. You can go get a used 23 or whatever type phone model. Get a used phone model with a limited warranty.
Well, hopefully it ain't like the Cars for Kids program. That whole thing shit the bed.
Yeah, it did. Most of the time, no, but sometimes it can be. I would assume.
Got to have a union meeting at the Saltgrass. Got to have a union meeting at the Saltgrass.
Well, I'm gonna miss the
Yeah,
union meeting. You have to send me notes.
yeah. Who knows? I don't know. My buddy, he does. a buddy I went to school with and graduated with. He went into the can't remember if he went into the Marines or the Army. He went into one of them and did. He didn't really make a career out of it. He was in it for maybe I don't know, maybe 10 years, maybe if that. And then he got out, and he was always good with technology, and that's kind of what he did while he was in there. Different aspects of technology, whatever, computer stuff like that. But now he owns his own
Yeah.
business. He works on phones, laptops,
Oh,
repairs
there
like
you go.
video game system, cleans them out. He even went to the Apple school. He's like certified. He can work on anything regardless, but he's like certified. If you have an Apple, any type of Apple products or like iPhones or things like that, you can take it into him and
Right.
he's certified
Take
to
it in
work
the
on it.
certified repair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I need to find a way to supplement the income I do get from trucking, because yeah, it's decent, but it needs to be a little bit more.
He says he makes enough really just from doing like screen repairs and like
Oh, I'm
video game
sure.
repairs. He said he does tons of video game repairs, cleanings, and stuff like that.
I've seen on I think it's mostly Facebook Reels. I've seen a couple different one repair guy out in Utah somewhere does like some DVD game exchange or something, does like PlayStations and Xboxes and whatever else you got. You send it in and he'll repair it.
Mhm.
I don't know if he does phones or not. He does all kinds of different repairs for some stuff. Then I saw another guy who I'm not sure where he's located at, but he does like cell phones and laptops and that kind of thing for repairs. And
Yeah, he does all of that. Cell phones, laptops, computers, video game systems, uh,
yeah,
all those type of devices. Sells parts for them. Got almost everything on stock.
right. Well,
He
yeah, because if you can
replaces.
get it repaired and it's still in decent shape, once you repair it, you can sell it. Even used most of the time, you can make an okay profit on it
Mhm.
without making enough of a profit where the customer's happy with what they're getting and you're not ripping them off.
Shoot, I got a stack of old phones. They probably would be worth something. Maybe nothing else, just the hardware and the precious metals that's in
I
them.
was
If
gonna
nothing
say
else,
depending on the phone model, maybe.
sweet. There you go. It's a season for that. People's outdoors, people's out riding.
Yeah, I know. Probably sometime in the August September range. I'm gonna go and go on a hog hunt. Go get me some wild boar meat from down there in Texas.
There you go.
I got to try
Should
to
be
save up
exciting.
some. Yeah, there's a guiding a service where the guides will come out and they guide you, and you can guaranteed to shoot. If you want to shoot two, they'll guarantee you can shoot two hogs. It's a 3-day hunt. I get 3 meals a day and room and board, so not a bad deal. And I'll get to bring home some wild boar meat. I just got to take some time and save up some money so I can get the plane ticket and figure out transportation once I get down there.
What are you doing for dinner? Something else.
But that wild boar meat's pretty good, especially season it right, cook it up on the grill.
Oh yeah, yeah. My buddy of mine and his family, they did a big big old hog roast and stuff for Memorial Day.
I'm
Turned
sure.
out pretty good.
Oh yeah, that boar meat, it's super high in protein, but it's really good though. It really is. Some of my favorite meat to eat, actually. I mean,
There you
venison's
go.
pretty good too. Venison's pretty good too, but I like the wild boar meat slightly more than venison. Although
Your
bison meat's not
discretion
bad
is
either.
advised.
Bison meat isn't too bad either.
Got the steak video on demand.
Yeah, video on demand.
Oh yeah, Limbs. Shoot, he's always cooking something up on the grill. Limbs,
see.
you have a good one. Stay blessed. Shoot, climbing a 200-foot oak tree and taking it down. You got to eat something good, you know. You got to eat something good for dinner.
Yep.
Best tree climber in the state of South Carolina.
I think part of I-40 in western North Carolina is still down, isn't it? I knew it was down to one lane last I heard. I haven't looked at it in quite a while.
I'm not sure.
That
You
was
know-
that one part of western Carolina that Interstate 40 comes from Tennessee up over the mountains into Carolina.
Oh yeah, that whole little
They had
whole
that
wall got washed out.
yeah, the hurricane came through. I know that they did have it up to one lane open, I think, but I haven't tried looking at anything with that.
The last thing I did hear about it, and I can't remember when that was. I think they had it like 2 lanes, and it was like shifting. Like they had like 2 lanes on one side open,
Rotating,
while they was
rotating
fixing one
lanes,
side,
yeah.
and then I guess once they got to a point on one side, and they would do the other. Now I don't know how much
Yeah.
progress they've made on that, but yeah.
I don't either. I haven't tried looking at anything like that. In
that whole
information on it.
that whole
that.
hill was just that whole area was just completely washed away. You know, all the
Yeah, it
natural
was.
landmarkers were gone.
I saw the pictures right after it happened that got posted online. It was, and I'm familiar with that stretch of roadway, and it was wiped out pretty good. Big chunk of the road on one side was missing. It was pretty gnarly.
80 feet
But-
in 2.38 seconds. Where else you gonna find that? You got a flying monkey, huh? You got a what you call it, a spider monkey? No, I don't think you got a spider monkey
No.
that could beat that.
But I do need to find a coat hanger so I can pull my plastic hose out of my 5-gallon water jug.
Be careful, man! Don't fall in that thing.
But no. It's one of them. You know, you got the square water coolers. You have the blue plastic jugs that are either 2, 3, or 5 gallons sitting on top. Well, I've got one of those blue jugs with a rechargeable dispenser that you flip it up and it'll dispense water into your water bottle or cup. And I got this little topper that makes it easier to keep it stable when I'm pouring the water in and out. And I left it in place and then hit a bump and the thing fell over and my hose came detached from the bottom of the water dispenser and it's sitting inside the water bottle. So I'm trying to find a wire coat hanger or some kind of piece of wire, something I can bend into a hook shape and pull it out without dumping out, you know, a whole freaking bottle of 5 gallons worth of water. Well, by now, probably 3.5 or 4, but I don't want to pour out a bunch of water just to get it out and then have to go find a Walmart and spend another $3 to get it done.
Yeah, you ain't trying to wrestle with them jokers over a $3 bill.
Nope. But it was my own screw up. I made a mistake. Who's the number 3 down there in the bottom?
Just think about it, Miss Bunnies.
How y'all
It's
doing?
I'm doing good. How's our favorite troublemaker?
I just had to put everything away and lock
Oh, there you
everything
go.
up. And
Let the games begin.
been having fun hanging stuff.
There
Just
you go. Excuse me.
working.
Yeah, I'm always doing a bunch of that.
So you're wanting a giant hose to drink out of a 5-gallon jug? Was that what I heard?
Well, no, it's kind of what it is. There's a if you look on Amazon, there's a $10 water dispenser that you can put on top of a 5-gallon jug.
Yes,
It has
I've
a
got
it has
two
a,
of them. That's a pump.
yeah, it's got it. Yeah, it's a little pump, and it's got a clear plastic hose that attaches to the bottom of the dispenser that sits down inside the jug.
Oh,
Well, I wasn't paying attention. I left my thing in there, started to drive. Figured, oh, it'll be all right. Hit a bump. The dispenser fell onto the seat, and the hose fell down inside the 5-gallon jug. I, like an idiot, don't happen to have any coat hanger or something I can bend into a hook shape to pull the hose out. Now, I'm
well,
certainly not going to waste 3.5 gallons or 4 gallons of water just to get it back out.
just drink the water, and when it's empty,
Well, and that's kind of what I'm going to have to do is pour it very gingerly into a 30-ounce cup and then into my bottles.
Yes, you gotta get a smaller cup, dude. You just said you got a 5-gallon cup.
No, I said I had a 30-ounce cup. You need to
I
get
thought you
your
said 5
ears
gallons.
cleaned out. And no, the 5-gallon is the water jug.
Okay.
Like the blue ones you see if you go to Walmart.
I was
Next
imagining
to
it was like
the,
a 5-gallon bucket with like a garden hose attached to it, like an industrial size big gulp.
No. It's a 5-gallon water
All
jug
right,
you
that
see at
changes
Walmart
everything. Okay.
over by the water dispensers where you go to get your
Yeah.
refill water bottle.
I was thinking, man, 5 gallons, man.
Well, you know, when I'm not being stupid and leaving shit in place and having hoses fall on my jug, a 5-gallon worth of water usually lasts me about 2 weeks, 2.5. If
Okay.
I'm being careful, just depending on how hot it is outside. But you know, spending $3 every couple of weeks versus $80 every 2 weeks. Well, I mean, maybe not quite 80. It's usually about 20 to 40, depending on what kind of 6-pack of bottled water I buy, which is either usually
Builds up quick.
Smart Water or the Core bottled water.
Man,
6
even the water's smart now. Everything's smart.
I
I'm
buy
not quite.
5 packs,
You buy what kind?
35 packs, cases to
Oh yeah. The cases in the bottle.
put around
I used-
everywhere.
Yeah, I used to do that, but with all the traveling back and forth I do, it's just cheaper to buy a 5-gallon jug in a dispenser.
I can understand that too.
You know, I mean, the dispenser's works pretty good. I've had it for just over a year. It's still running. The little pump dispenser is working really good.
Yeah.
They come in handy.
Well, and I just spent like, I think it was $10 for a 3-pack of blue rubber, little seal kind of things that sit on top, and it has a almost like a spring-loaded little door you can push your straw through. So instead of sliding around a little bit while you're trying to fill your water, it's nice and stable.
Yeah, I would think so. Mars would have heavy water. Their water would be pretty heavy.
Yeah. Well, normally if you just stick the dispenser hose inside of the thing without these little blue little seals to help it be
It's just something to
more
think about before they start
stable.
tipping people to do test colonization in Mars in the next 5 years.
They're not going to test colonize Mars in 5 years.
It's already been disclosed. You didn't. It's in disclosure day.
Now,
It's all been disclosed.
the disclosure day is more about the so-called aliens than whatever Mars nonsense.
That's what I'm saying. Me personally, I don't want to go to Mars, but yeah,
Yeah, I
there'll
don't
probably
either.
be some test subjects.
Me either. I could just find right here.
Right.
To Mars and beyond.
There may be a few things to complain about, but what good does complaining do unless you're complaining to the person that can make it change?
Well, and that's only if they're not corrupt and want you to line their pockets with a bribe to get it changed.
Yeah.
Say it
that's
to your
like the
lips. You have a blessed
that,
night.
that's like the old joke. How can you tell when a politician is lying? His lips are moving.
Yeah. When are the midterms? Is that in November also?
I think it's in November. I could be wrong, but I think it's
What's
November.
the question?
Midterms.
We're in
It's
it
gonna
right
be-
now. It's happening now.
No, we're talking about
Well,
the
the
federal midterm
primary.
elections.
Yeah, it's going on now. From now until November the 3rd or the 5th. We're in
Yeah.
it.
I mean, that could be right. I haven't been paying attention to that, so there's a small chance that could be right, but I don't think it is.
Well, I don't know about a small chance, but I'm telling you what's happening. Telling you what's going on. Yes.
Let's see.
Question
here.
was asked. I gave you the answer. What more do you need? What more does your heart desire?
The correct answer?
Oh,
And like I said, there's a chance I could be wrong. And if I am, I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong.
All right.
so the primaries are leading up to the actual election where you have a ballot that has all the House bills and what have you, right?
hmm You know what? It looks like Watt was actually correct. There are some midterm elections going on right now.
Yes.
I stand corrected.
I'm not a fake newser. I tell everybody to fact check me, Even my jokes can be fact checked.
I'm glad you checked yourself, Meat Puppet.
Well, it's not that I don't trust.
Several cities and several districts had ones going on today. I think the hottest one was California. They got their
California,
governor and the mayor of
Iowa.
Los Angeles. But yeah, there was like 5 or 6, maybe more than that. A couple states that had key elections or key voting or whatever, whatever's going on.
Yeah. I know it's mostly California and Iowa, the two I'm seeing in reports right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not that I don't trust Watt. I don't trust anybody. So I always try to fact check when possible.
I remember that. It's in the notes. It's been documented.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's not you. I just don't trust everybody. I mean, there are two exceptions.
It's not me, it's you. It's not me, it's you. You're right. I can agree with that.
I've made 2 exceptions to that rule in my life. Currently, there were more than 2 at one point.
I
But
don't
most
blame
of them
you. Hold on to that last exemption. You only get 3 in life. It's 3 strikes and you're out of here. So I don't blame you. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at one point I had up to 5 that I completely trusted, but
save that
like I said,
last one for marriage.
Yeah, most of them
for
have
marriage.
Most of them have passed on. Yeah, if I can find someone good, good enough to marry, that has what I'm looking for.
It's out there. 8 billion people. The odds are definitely in our favor. Whoever's seeking,
Well, I
Good.
mean, there's a chance. There's a chance that they are out there. What were you going to say, Miss Funny?
Just the way you put that. Good enough. And
Well,
the
and let me just clarify that because I can see where that might sound a little fishy. When I say good enough, I have certain specific qualities that I'm looking for with my wife. If I get married, there's certain things I'm looking for.
No doubt. I can respect that. We all have our standards, no doubt.
A few preferences, if you will, on top of those. And some of them I can compromise on, and some of them I absolutely refuse to compromise on. And so I would have to pre-screen the qualified candidates to see if
No
they
doubt.
meet what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you got to have the appropriate screening process. You can't skip
Yep.
that process. It's critical.
It is absolutely critical because
I have found if you have really high standards,
oh no, I'm not anything
No.
crazy high standard, but
I'm just saying, then they kind of have really high standards also.
sure. And I, you know what? If you have high standards, more power to you. Good for you. I have reasonable standards because I'm not looking for a lot. I'm looking for a few specific things, some quality characteristics, and a few other things that I'm looking for. And if they got it, then they're the one. If not, I'll continue the interview process. Excuse me.
Search continues.
Yeah, but
And how do you say that?
Tyreek's mom. Tyreek's mom. Welcome to Watts World. Tyreek's mom. How about that? We don't get Tyreek, but we get his mom. I appreciate you being here.
Well, who's
See
Paula?
Tyreek, tell him I said what's up. I think he still owes me like $20, maybe. I don't know. Could be wrong. Bob. Bob
More
said there ain't
coffee.
enough coffee
More-
to deal with this right now.
yeah,
There's
more
not
coffee
enough coffee
is
in the world.
more coffee is good.
Oh, they've ran out of coffees in my area. They've exceeded
Ooh.
the appropriate amount of coffee import and exportation. Like there was just coffee houses everywhere. Now they said,
Mhm.
we need more beverages. What can we do? Now it's just everything's tea. There's these tea houses just popping up everywhere. Some have been here. We've had a few tea houses locally, but it's just like all these other ones that's just popping up everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
nah,
man,
not having enough coffee should be like a crime or something.
oh no, we got too much, bro. You come into Augusta, Georgia, if you're looking for
No,
coffee or
sir.
tea,
There
you will not be
there
any
is-
lack of.
there is no such thing as too much coffee. It's like too much bacon. It doesn't exist. No such
Too
thing.
much anything exists. But yeah, it's too much, man. It's too much and not enough.
Although I do like a good mixture between coffee and tea, depending on what time. Coffee in the morning, maybe
Like
tea
I
in
watched
the midday, afternoon.
it was some documentary or something one time, and it might have been, I don't know if it was in some place in like South America or like somewhere in India, but it was like to the point where like you really couldn't even drink fresh water. People were just walking around just drinking Coca-Colas, you know what I mean? Because they didn't have no water to drink.
Well, I know
crazy.
they say that about the water in Mexico, that you don't want to drink the water down there because you'll end up with a whole bunch of Montezuma's Revenge, if you get what I'm saying.
I mean, I imagine it's like anything. If it's any worse than the tap
What,
water we're getting out of our own taps,
Whatever happened to that
blame 'em.
town in Michigan that had all their pipes burst with rusty water and stuff, and they were having to import bottled water up there in Michigan?
Oh, shit, that's everywhere. Everywhere
Flint.
you look is bottled water.
I think it was Flint. Yeah, I think it was Flint.
Well, I've been seeing
Oh,
that
man.
more
We got a
everywhere.
special honorary guest, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have the Donald J. Trump going to join us, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Let's see how this could go. Mr. Trump.
Evening, What Life. Quite frankly, thank you so much for having me here on your panel. We have a lot to discuss, quite frankly.
Awesome. Man, this is quite an honor. We have the Donald J. Trump on panel, ladies and gentlemen.
The Donald J. Trump, quite frankly. The handsome, the very, very rich, the luxurious, the guy who's going to bomb Cuba tomorrow, the
Tomorrow?
extraordinary Donald J. Trump.
Wow. Cuba, eh?
Wonderful to see all of you this evening. What is the topic of discussion? I'd love to fall right into suit, quite frankly, and get right down to business.
Well, I guess
Good
you're the topic.
President.
You're the topic, Mr. President. You are the topic. You are the man of the hour, you know?
Okay,
What's on your
quite
mind? What's on
frankly,
your heart?
I've been very angered recently by Cuba. They told me I'm no longer allowed to have my Cuban cigars because they don't have enough gasoline to fire up the Cuban jets. Send me my baseball players and my Cuban cigars to Miami. So quite frankly, I'm going to bomb them tomorrow.
I was just fixing to say, or you're just going to blow them up.
I'm just going to take them off the face of the earth. Thank you so much for agreeing with me. It's what needs to be done. It's absolutely what needs to be done. I agree with you completely. We need to blow these people off the face of the earth, and I think that's the only thing that we can do at this point.
No, it's not.
You just told me that's exactly what we were supposed to do.
No, I said that's probably what you're going to do. Because
No, I swear, and I quote, you said, please, Donald J. Trump, blow those dirty, nasty Cuban fuckers off the face of the earth.
not.
Hey, speaking of changing topic real quick. Hey, can you do something, Mr. President, about the truck parking? We need more.
The what parking?
They need more
Semi-truck
truck parking.
parking.
They need more semi-truck
The truck
parking, Mr.
parking.
President.
You need more truck parking. Let me think about that. Are you guys able to fit into Tesla parking spaces? We got a lot of those, quite frankly.
No.
You can't
They're
fit
too
into the
big.
Tesla parking. Okay, that's not going to
No.
work. Okay. Let me think what I can do. The other option that I have for you guys is for you to completely go and fuck yourselves, quite frankly. That's all I got for you. I can talk to my people, the trucking people. They're very good people. I love the trucking people. But what I can do is absolutely fuck all, quite frankly. I've got a lot of Tesla spots. Okay, I got a good friend named Elon. We don't get along because we both have terrible autism and it clashes with each other sometimes. But if you want some Tesla parking spaces, you're more than welcome. We got lots of those.
Awesome.
Okay.
So cutting edge. You're so ahead of everybody, Mr. President. It's like, it's like 5
You know what
years.
I just had a brilliant idea. Complete revelation. I take back what I said. There is something I can do for you folks, you truckers. With my asset that I already have, all of these wonderful Tesla parking spaces, I can go out personally with a hand roller and a bucket of paint, and I can add 15 feet to the lines on the Tesla parking spaces so they can accommodate your trucks. How does that sound?
Well, the only problem with that is their vehicle for your standard semi truck is 70 feet long, 10 feet wide, and 14 feet tall. So they're going to need to be just a tad bit longer.
No, it's going to be kind of like a Walmart parking lot. You're just going to have to make it fit.
Just make
Yeah,
it.
we can do that. Just make it fit, shoehorn it in there.
There you go. That's exactly how I won my first presidency. I said, let's just make this fit right in here. Let's make it happen. And you saw how it turned out. It turned out wonderfully, quite frankly.
So what if we made a mistake?
I don't think we made a mistake. Let's move right along from that. Let's talk about toilets inside of trucks, okay? Buckets or so, 2010. Let's move up in the world. Let's make it mandatory to have flushing toilets in every single truck.
I
In
like
the
it. That's the futuristic technologies we need, Mr. President. I like it.
Well, that's
So we're-
why I became friends with Elon, quite frankly.
So we're going to have poop all over the highways.
All over the highways. It's going to be spreading all over the windshields, the quote unquote four wheelers, as I like to call them, the little car drivers. They're going to be covered in trucker shit, quite frankly.
Well, here's a crazy thought, but maybe just use composting toilets instead of spraying fecal matter all over the highway.
No, absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I want to make it worse for these people. Instead of composting toilets, let's add a bunch of liquid mercury to the flushing system. So when it flushes out, it not only sprays liquid shit on these cars, it melts the metal to its core, quite frankly.
So the motorcyclists and bicyclists are just
Exactly. Oh, the motorcyclists are going to love it. Okay, it's a free shower on a hot day.
Ugh.
Wonderful. Thank you for the clap on that. I really enjoyed it. Okay, folks. Well, I can tell you're very serious trucker people, and you got a lot of business to get to. So I've got all of your comments and complaints written down here. I'm going to go into the Oval Office. I'm going to make sure all of these things get taken care of. Okay, lots of trucker shitters, lots of new parking spaces. It's going to be wonderful. I'm going to make sure the Buc-ee's prices for the egg and omelet morning breakfast sandwich goes down by at least 30%.
Yes. I told
Wait.
y'all that was going to happen.
I told you. Okay, that's the first thing. Feed the truckers, okay? We got to get the Buc-ee's prices down. Okay?
One more thing. What's the plan?
What's the plan for what? I got a lot of plans, quite frankly.
We just got to trust it, Bunny. I think at this point we just got
Yeah,
to trust the plan, right?
I've got so many goddamn plans. You're just going to have to trust the process. I've got plan number 1. I got plan number 2. Quite frankly, in Mexico, I have plan numero 1. Okay. Plan
Nice.
numero 2, etc. and so forth. Okay. You're just going to have to trust. All of these plans are wonderful plans, the best plans. Sound good?
No.
Okay, sounds good. I love you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm going to fix those shitters for you, don't worry. President Trump, signing out, folks.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for joining us here. That's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. President Donald J. Trump. What do you do? What do you do? You know, you officially made it when the president drops in. That's amazing. He's going to fix some things for Bunny. He's going to make more affordable, more easier access to trucking, parking, and maneuvering for Meat Puppet. I mean, it's just,
Sure.
we're winning.
Yeah, you know that. Go ahead, Miss Bunny. What were you gonna say?
What's he gonna fix for me? I didn't hear anything.
I think he's going to get. I think that was plan 2. He's got plan numero uno, and numero dos. So you could be close to Mexico. So you could cash in on both. You could get 4 options.
Oh
Man,
my goodness.
oh, that was a good one.
That was a pretty good voice changer. I mean, maybe it was an impression, but I'm pretty sure it was a
I'll
voice
give them
changer.
props, dude. That was a good
Right.
one. I definitely needed that one. They brightened my day. You know, it don't take much to brighten the Watts World day. You know, the first guest was definitely a little wonky, a little rash, but you know, when you come in as Donald J. Trump, you know, you see, you never know what you're going to get here at Watts World. You just never know. Who's next? Are you listening, Elon? Feel free. Come join us, Elon.
I think it's the little contact farm in chat, maybe.
Could be.
Could
The
be.
little contact farm. How about that? That is a beautiful name, you know? Welcome to Watts World. You just
Ugh.
never
Contact.
know. You just never know.
It was definitely
Oh,
kind of
Bubble.
entertaining.
Yeah, Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. That was definitely an interesting character. Alex Jones. They're turning the frogs gay, Bunny. What do you think about that? They turned the frogs gay.
Frog legs taste
Uh.
like chicken.
Turning the frogs gay.
Hey, you're always welcome, Mr. President. Any one of your multiple aliases, that was pretty entertaining. I enjoyed it.
Didn't they say somebody said their dogs turn gay?
Could be. I mean, those type of things are happening, Bunny. It's weird things are happening.
Well, I mean, to be fair, most dogs will hump just about anything. So
The research is still out. We're still waiting for the. Oh man, let's stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Man, this is an amazing night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. What's going on here? I can't even find the button. I think we got Martha Stewart in the background. Martha Stewart and Alex Jones just battled it out in the backstage.
InfoWars.com, Britain Planet TV. Thank you so much for having me on. This is Alex Jones coming to you live from the InfoWars bunker. We're here on WattLife, YouTube.com. We're having a good time. We're having a really great time. We just had President Trump on the show, InfoWars.com. You can get 30% off right now. Use the promo code WattLife at checkout. You can get 30% off on the Bone Broth, 30% off on the Quantum Force Maximum 2 V2 Plus. Okay, we have so many different things that you can get into right now if you go to InfoWars.com and use the promo code WattLife at checkout. Listen, folks, what is the topic tonight? I want to talk about it all. I want to talk about the InfoWars. I want to talk about the Patriots. I want to talk about the Illuminati and the global NWO, New World Order force trying to take over our minds, trying to get the truckers down, trying to get these Buc-ee's prices all over the goddamn road. InfoWars.com. Hi there. My name's Alex Jones.
How are
Alex,
you, Mr. Jones? How are you doing this evening?
I'm not doing too bad. I'm just 6 feet down right now, and I don't mean dead. I mean 6 feet down in my industrial grade bunker, which you can get 30% off right now. InfoWarsStore.com/bunker, my living space. Okay, we take away your home, we kind of clear cut your entire property, and then we dig it 6 feet down. That's where we find the first story of your brand new underground bunker. You can survive World War III. You can survive the nuclear apocalypse. WattLife's gonna love it. Bonnie's gonna love it. Meat Pup's gonna love it. Everyone's gonna love living 6 feet underground. Not bad. We're talking about in a nuclear grade bunker. 30% off WattLife at promo code InfoWars.com.
Awesome.
sounds like
awesome.
a
I love
great.
to hear it.
Listen, Bonnie, I just wanted to mention something. You got a real sexy voice going on there every time you talk. It's like, it's kind of turning me on, I'm not going to lie. InfoWars.com. Do you have a wife, or you got a husband, or a dog, or
Oh, good Lord.
you ever think of maybe moving in with a 280-pound, 5'4" man named Alex Jones in a 6 foot under InfoWars.com bunker?
Not really.
You could be my beautiful bunker wife. I live in Austin, Texas. InfoWars.com. They just took my goddamn YouTube channel and my website because of what I said about Sandy Hook.
No, I don't think you fit.
All right, moving on, Bonnie. I got the message. Listen, Meat Puppet, I have a beautiful package, 30% off. InfoWars.com. If you use WattLife at checkout, you get 30% off on the Bone Broth, 30% off on the Quantum V2 Maximum Force. This is perfect for truckers. This is perfect for people on the road, having a good time, enjoying themselves. InfoWars.com. What do you say?
thanks, but no thanks.
All right, fuck off. Listen, InfoWars.com, Prison Planet TV. I've got a lot to tell you about, okay? Let's get the people entertained, get the people focused on what's going on. Let's talk about the Illuminati. Let's talk about B Charming 001, who is doxing me in chat right now. That is not me, okay? My official website, if you want to see what I have to say, is InfoWars.com. Okay, you go to InfoWars.com, or you can go to Truth Social/Alex Jones, and you see everything I have to say. Okay, Sandy Hook tried to silence me. InfoWars.com. We all know that.
Definitely, man. It's definitely been a wild ride for you these last couple of years, man. Good to see you back on the up and up.
It's not the up and up. I'm $33 billion in goddamn debt to a fucking school that doesn't even exist anymore. It's goddamn bullshit. InfoWars.com. Not to mention Prison Planet TV, which is what I'm living in right now because of the absolute heinous treachery that I have received from my own United States government, who was sworn to protect me, did not protect me, put me in harm's way. Infowars.com.
Well, maybe it's the title, InfoWars.
Gonna have to change it. Listen, here's my friend Bubbles. He wants to talk about things.
Well, this is Bubbles from Sunnyvale Trailer Park. How's everybody doing on here?
Doing good, doing good. How are things up in Canada?
Oh, not too bad. I'm just hanging up here in Canada, as you call it, with my friend Ricky and Julian. We live in a trailer park down here called Sunnyvale. It's in Nova Scotia.
Interesting. You know, I didn't know they had trailer parks in Canada until I saw your show, until I saw your broadcast. Good stuff, good production.
Well, thank you so much. I didn't want to be on the fucking show in the first place, but Ricky and Julian came around with the cameras and they told me, "Oh, Bobbles, we gotta fucking take videos of you and your kitties and all this fucking bullshit." So me and my kitties are on the TV and we have a good time, and that's fine. Now I'm living with Alex Jones, though. I'm not in my shed anymore, and he's kind of loud, and I don't really appreciate him. But it's all right. I mean, we're surviving.
Nice. You still have the cats or no? You able to
No,
have
I
the
got
cats
about
down in the
15.
bunker?
Got about 15 fucking kitties down here in the bunker, and they are not fucking happy. I'm telling you that right now. They do not like being out of the sunlight. These are free-range kitties. They like being outside. They don't like being down in a dirty old fucking bunker in Austin, Texas with Alex Jones.
No, I can only imagine. I can only
It's
imagine.
just terrible. Oh, my God. Speaking of that, I got to get back to it. Alex Jones just passed out with Joe Rogan on the fucking toilet. They did
Sorry,
some...
you take your time, man. I appreciate y'all stopping in and checking in, man.
Well, I'm telling you right now, this isn't taking our time. We need to speed things up here. Alex Jones and Joe Rogan have been experimenting with different type of elk milk and dirty old antler juice and stuff like that, and they keep on passing out and hallucinating down here, and there's no windows down here. It gets real fucking eerie down here, you know?
Three guys
No
in
doubt. You need better ventilation down there. See if Alex Jones can get some better ventilation for you and the kitty cats.
I hope so, because it smells like all hell down here. Just terrible. And I live in a shed with kitties, and I know what smell smells like. This is just awful. Anyways, I'll be back. I have to deal with these two goofballs over here fucking sucking on antlers trying to get high. Talk to you later. Thanks for having us. Have a good show.
Yes, sir. You too. Oh, man.
wasted
funny.
away in Margaritaville.
Oh, man. Still with us, Miss Bunny.
I'm telling you, they're good thing you're feeling froggy.
That was pretty good, actually. That sounded like Bubbles from the TV show. If anybody's ever seen the TV show, The Trailer Park Boys, that was pretty funny.
I haven't seen it. You sounded familiar, so I was like,
Well, if
staying
you
up.
ever see a clip from the show, the guy Bubbles, he's the character on the show. He always got a bunch of cats, but he wears like real thick glasses, you know.
Mhm.
So you can't help but notice him. But yeah, that's the character's voice from that show.
Huh. Yeah,
Yeah,
Prepper
Prepper
101.
101 knows, yeah, that 100%. Oh, no doubt, yeah. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you might be in your new algorithm. You know, now you're just gonna have Trailer Park Boys and Alex Jones just in your algorithms now. You're welcome. You are welcome.
And Alex Jones, he's too close to home here.
He's down here in Texas, you know. He's looking for a good woman, Bunny.
yeah,
It's
no.
Alex Jones. AlexJones.com. 6 feet under the bunker. America's bunker.
He's as round as he is tall. Is that what he said?
I think so. By his proportions and descriptions, yeah. It was kind of almost like a couple bad weekends away from possibly being the Mr. Penguin character from Batman, you know. You don't know.
I mean, Not that I go by looks or anything, but
Sally's Jones, Bonnie. What else you want? Sally's Jones, Infowars.com. If you don't
I
know,
don't, and I do know him, but I don't know that I could listen to that voice all the time.
yeah, I don't know
Sorry.
where they come up with that stuff. You know, I don't know where they come up with it, but they did, and
Sorry.
it worked out well for them. Oh man, gotta love the little things, Bonnie. It's the little things in life, whatever it may be. You know,
I mean,
you can get a few laughs out of it, and so be it. So
mhm.
be it. It's definitely not toaster science. You know, we try to make it out to be more than it's got to be with the toaster, and then you put the toast in, and that little spring could get miscalibrated. But it's not toaster science.
Okay, I'm gonna have to share that link for anyone that wants to check it out.
You know,
I
on a
think it's
Tuesday. You know what I mean?
contact
Uh-oh.
power
So
outages in the area.
great.
We had a little storm.
Just when you thought you was in the clear.
It all came back like all through the forecast. I'm seeing rain, which it's okay. Filling my barrels.
Prepper 101, I always appreciate you being here. You have a blessed evening and a blessed Wednesday.
Is he leaving? Oh, good night.
Big time. Big time. Nice. Oh. there you go.
Good night.
And if anyone's curious, feel free. Check out the little contact form. Go over and show some love. Unfortunately, on my second generation Obama phone, I can't do it right now. It'll have to be after. Unfortunately, we'll all get sent to Jekyll Island. It's not as hyped up as you think it is. You know what I mean?
Night blue. Get
But dude,
banned.
if that's what you bring in to get banned, I don't know. You get offended by something as simple as a couple little laughs or something. I mean, everything we watch on TV is meant to keep us sour faced and head in the sand. So you know what I mean? If a little laughter offends somebody, oh well, you know.
Right.
I don't know. Somebody could always get offended or sour faced about something, you know. That was the one critical moment in time, then so be it, you know. So be it, Bonnie's.
Yeah. Well, some people just look for things. I'm actually going to do a video about that.
I'll definitely check you out sometime. I'm just small time. I ain't big time, you know. Still interacting on the low end of the fishes, you know. Still a little fish.
Hey, Metal.
Meadow, good to see you. No, I just got I still got the second generation Obama. It's still holding on. We done made it through 3 presidents and it's still ticking. I think they integrated it with Starlink or something, you know. Who knows these things? We had Trump on that earlier. Maybe he can work on that. Maybe he can get us all a gold phone, you know. We have just unlimited super signal.
Wait, no, there's already a Trump phone deal. Don't do it.
I wouldn't even want to walk around with an all gold phone. Somebody will think it was gold for real, you know.
Right?
Like, oh damn, he got the iPhone Z. Like, no, I don't have the iPhone Z. Go away.
As long as it didn't blow up, you're good.
Yeah, as long as it don't blow up, I'm good. You know, as long as it don't blow up, good. See how the picture is. See if we can take good pictures. It's got good picture and video quality. We may be in there. It's probably got like 8K, 8K on the 10G network. Oh, I bet. Definitely get a lot flowing in there. Yeah, couple hundred or 500, no doubt. No doubt.
Oh my goodness.
Could be just like one of them. You know, everybody's flea market. They got the guy that sells all the phone cases and everything. You know, you turn your phone into a whole a whole Autobot or whatever it is, transformer. I seen somebody with it, man, in a case the other day. I'm like, where? How could you even put it in your pocket? This thing's got wings on it. It's got horns. It's got a tail, and it's just for the phone case. I'm like, you can't even put it in your pocket. You just got to permanently just carry it around. You know, you got a life-size gremlin case around your phone. You know, what are you doing with that? You got to just have a book bag just for your phone. Too much. It's too much.
You got the CIA camera. Whatever phone you have, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I can zoom all the way over to Alabama now. Yeah, pretty good. There you go. A little IRL, you know, get a little IRL, real life in your life. No, most of my stuff's just random, you know, panel wise, never really a set thing. It just kind of whatever happens, happens. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, maybe we'll double down on the next one. And I put up random shorts of stuff I see, things I do here locally, different events, things like that. Nothing major. Uh, just things I find interesting in my Panelverse, MySpace 2.0 interaction, you know? Oh, oh, just yes, late. Jerry's spazzing out. He's saying stuff he don't even really mean. You know what I mean? We ain't even got to midnight yet. Jerry's already spazzing out. Somebody get Jerry a coffee and a sandwich. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Oh my goodness.
Must be
Ron-
Jerry's twin brother, the other Jerry. Gotta put that up there just to counterbalance the, you know, we have to burn some sage or something, buddy. Get the mojo back right.
Yes. See.
No, I'm a clear. I identify as clear. I'm translucent. I'm neither here nor there. I'm everywhere. Bonnie might be. I don't know. She might be. I can't speak for Bonnie's. But nah, I'm from the nether realm. I'm from the place they do not speak of.
I'm pink. I have
Bonnie's pink.
Pink today, so I'm pink.
Yeah, now I mean, yeah, you could just self-identify as whatever you want, you know.
Pink
Just self-identify as a sound. You don't even have to be a color. I just identify as loud.
Wow. What's that song? You keep your hands to yourself.
That's why they make the Neapolitan. You get all three. You get vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, you know.
There you go.
My mom would get mad at me. She's like, "Why'd you eat all the vanilla?" I'm like, "Because I don't eat chocolate and I don't eat strawberry. So The only other option in the Neapolitan was the vanilla, you know. Don't blame me how it's packaged and how it's made, you know. Oh, no doubt. The Georgia satellites, yep. They took the Georgia Guidestones and broke them into thousands of fragments and installed them into intergalactic Georgian satellites, you know. That's how they transfused and integrate all the futuristic technologies.
Hmm. Well,
Futuristic stuff.
just since he's being himself.
Oh, man.
There you are. Y'all go sub up to Count Chocula trying to do his 33-second shorts.
33 seconds?
That's what he said.
Illuminati confirmed.
Interesting. Definitely go sub up. Some would say that. Some definitely could say that.
Okay, he's going a little too far.
I'm not trying to get hard for anybody, you know. Not right now. It's too much, you know. It's like swimming. You gotta wait a certain amount of time. You gotta let your food digest. You know. I ate a late supper, so I mean that's like a whole nother hour and a half you gotta add on to it. Who knows?
Well, he can talk to my exes. I'm pretty sure I'm really good at making that issue go away.
The freckles are fading. They don't sound good. Don't sound good. Maybe you single-handedly cured the freckle epidemic.
It's weird because I'm getting more now than when I was younger. Well, I'm outside a lot. Well, no, I was outside a lot then. I don't know what it is.
Body changes, things change.
Mm-hmm.
When your skin's like the biggest organ you have, it touches and comes encountered with everything. You gotta definitely take care of it. Only get one meat satchel.
Right?
Even like during the summertime and stuff, doing certain things outside, I still have sometimes like have on pants and like long sleeve shirts, you know. Sometimes, man, it just feels like the sun's right above you. It's good to get a little bit of it, but sometimes it's just a little too much.
No, Al. You can't leave us. We love you, Al.
Dang, Al came back after 3 months hiatus to tell us he's leaving again. Hey y'all, this is probably my last adieu. I decided to unplug and go flip phone. Still got no volume, but life is good. I'm a grandfather now. Well, congratulations, Al. Damn, he done had a whole grandbaby on us. Good times in which in each and every one of you, the very best. God bless. Damn, he still can't hear us.
No, that's why I put it in chat. Darn it. Oh,
What's going on with his volume? Dang, he said he's going back to the flip phone. Guess I might as well follow suit with Al. The heck with it, you know. I can still hear everybody. I'm gonna just act like I can't hear nobody though. See, I should have learned sign language, Bunny.
I know. Oh well. Should have gave him my number.
Better get it before he goes back to the flip phone. I don't know. I wonder if it's the phone itself. I don't imagine it's just this particular. I imagine it's probably his phone or something. Who knows? Speaker or something. Ain't no telling.
Yeah, count. Connect the dots.
Damn. Al Bundy, the legend. Man, what do you do? We done had all type of legends coming here tonight at some point. We had the Trump. We done had the Alex Jones. We done had the meat puppet. We
Right?
done had the fake AI blonde bot. The one with the spam chat at the beginning. That was funny. I'm like, ain't nobody in their right mind gonna believe that's an actual person. You could see the little video like glitching in the background, but Al Bundy checked back in, Golf balls and garden hoses. Sometimes that's all you got. Just have to invent a new sport, a new event, a new venue. Who knows? Yeah, throw in some Irish horses too while you're at it. That'll definitely make it interesting. Just have I don't even know what those three things could combine. I wouldn't advise Googling those three things together though. Can't be good. Can't be good for your social credit score. Bonnie's putting facts. She's putting her facts in the chat. Her fax mail.
Oh, that's
Get,
my public one on my channel, so everybody's got access to
there you go. Send all the faxes you got.
it. A Hoover
Nothing.
and a Harley.
They both suck.
I was going to say one sucks and the other one blows. I don't know.
Could be. Could be. One has the option to blow, and one of them just blows. James.
Hey,
Good to
James.
see you. I hope all is well. Cheers to you. Good night, B Charming. It's tough being the queen bee, but somebody's got to do it. It must be done. Must be done. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff.
Might be. Who's King Stephen?
Stephen King, the author.
Well, I know that's a that there's a Stephen King. Oh, I guess that's what they're talking about. I don't know.
Could be. Or somebody known as King Stephen. King Stephen knows all about it. I don't know. El Diablo, he'll block you if you go there. Oh, I'm pretty sure I've been blocked and banned in some circles, some instances, you know. You got to be pretty outrageous or pretty outraged or pretty not have the ability to communicate in the most basic forms for me to block you. I only block the bots, you know. I blocked the whoever was running the AI bot at the beginning. They'll no longer be joining us under that account. But other than that, I've never blocked or banned anybody from my channel personally, you know. I think some people they kind of toe the line, but you know, for the most part, some people come, some people go. Try to have a general respect about things, you know, whatever that may mean. Don't get much in a safe place. Don't give you very many options in the 5x5 cubicle. For the most part, you know, most characters, most conversations, most topics, and anywhere in between, you know, I'll entertain it. I'll acknowledge it. I may not align with it, but you know, there's a lot of people that have something to say. Everybody's got something to say.
Metal, that's interesting.
Whatever you do, don't go to El Diablo. He'll block you if you go there. Dang, you ain't gonna have no viewers or no followers. You're just blocking everybody, you know?
Never heard of him, so I think I'm okay.
Maybe I've already been blocked there. That's why I haven't found it again, you know? Got erased from my algorithms. No. So I feel pretty complete for the most part. I'm running low on cold beverage. It's after the midnight hour. What you think about it, buddy?
That explains a lot. It's been interesting. And
It's been a short, interesting, sweet night, you know?
yep.
Got a lot of problems solved, you know? Thank Trump. He's going to handle a few things for us, you know? Alex Jones, watch out for him, you know? He is looking for a bride. Infowars.com. Use promo code, get 33% off nothing. But
Yeah. Nah.
just make sure you write it down so you don't forget it, you know what I mean? Just in case. But man, yeah, I appreciate all the characters, you know? I appreciate all the characters, all the humans, all the aliens, all the individuals that tuned in at some point, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of off the walls, whatever it may be for a Tuesday night, but I got a few laughs out of it. I enjoyed it.
I
Al
did too.
Bundy, if you can ever hear us, you're always welcome here, my friend, whether you're on the flip phone or not.
Al always keeps us laughing too.
Yeah, Al's a legend. Al's definitely a legend.
Yeah.
What you think about it? You got any final thoughts? Any concerns?
All of y'all are amazing. Just hang in there and keep being you.
Pretty sure the link's still pinned, but I'll drop it in chat again. If anybody wants to come backstage, I'll be back there for a few minutes longer. Well, other than that, yeah, this is going to conclude another wacky episode of Watts World. Appreciate you tuning in, tuning out. Maybe we learned something. Maybe we forgot something. Maybe we found something. We definitely lost something tonight, whatever it was. Who knows? Maybe we'll find it again some other time. But there you go. Al said he's going to send you a smoke signal. Just be ready to receive it, Bonnie. It's in the mail. But I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you. I want to see you be the best versions of yourselves, whatever that may be, you know. Everything that you're running from and everything that you're running towards is already inside you. Manifest it, speak it into existence, put into work. This too shall pass. You know. Other than that, we're out of here. Love
Bless-
y'all.
Y'all take care.